Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and staying safe during this time. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Like I said, thank you so much for checking me out. If you haven't done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button just right below the video. Cool, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks again for your support. I truly do appreciate having you here.
Ripple vs. SEC. Is SEC getting ready to throw HINMAN under the bus? And you know why they're talking about this, right? In case you missed the news from within the last couple days. It's because old Billy Boy HINMAN, who gave the Ethereum free pass speech back on June 14th of 2018, he swore under oath that his Ethereum free pass speech was just his personal opinion. It was not, of course, official decree from the SEC. That's what he said. Now, none of us here in the XRP community actually believe that, but that's the declaration that he made. And the SEC went along with that until very recently. Now, the SEC has made it a completely bogus, unbelievable, and crazy claim that the Ethereum free pass speech that Billy Boy HINMAN gave, it's actually the official position not of the SEC as a whole, but the official position of Bill HINMAN's division, the Division of Corporation Finance. So it's not, so you do see, you can have perspectives from either one, an individual in the SEC, 2, a division within the SEC, or 3, the SEC itself. Well, what the hell is the actual SEC then? And it gets ridiculous. And so I've got some fresh perspectives from attorney John Deaton and also attorney Jeremy Hogan, and we're just going to have a killer time. So go ahead and kick your toesy-woesies up on the desk or wherever the hell you are. Maybe kick them up on the dash while you're driving your vehicle, because that sounds safe. And also pop some poppycorn. It's gonna be fun here. But I do want to be clear at the outset, I do not have a legal or financial background of any kind. I am not offering legal or financial advice. And you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. Oh man, I tell you, sometimes things get ridiculous enough in this case that even though I hate it all and it's repulsive and real people have been harmed, you can't help but laugh a little bit at the true absurdity of this because it's so offensive on its face. And so, you know, attorney Jeremy Hogan, who of course runs the very popular YouTube channel Legal Briefs, he pointed out in his most recent video that nothing that a lawyer says is ever evidence in a case. Nothing that a lawyer says in a case is actual evidence. So, the fact that SEC lawyers now claim that Bill HINMAN's Ethereum free pass speech that it now represents an official position of the Division of Corporation Finance at the SEC is of no legal consequence. No consequence whatsoever, in fact. What matters is that Billy HINMAN said under oath that the speech is just his opinion. That's all that matters, and as a result, Hogan finds it very unlikely that the judge will change her mind on whether or not the 60-plus emails floating around the SEC regarding HINMAN's Ethereum free pass speech should be turned over to Ripple and used as evidence in the case. So right now, she says those emails must be turned over. And don't forget that she has already done an in-camera review of all of this information, so she is aware of what's in those emails. That means that whatever the hell the SEC is trying to hide so intensely, and it does look desperate at this point, the SEC looks absolutely desperate. Whatever they're trying to hide, the judge knows what it is. And the judge to this point has already said these documents are coming out. So this is, and Ripple will get them. And so this is a last-ditch effort. We'll see if the judge changes their mind, but attorney Jeremy Hogan doesn't think so. Doesn't think that it's likely at all. So these documents, it's internal communication from a number of individuals at the SEC, including some high-ranking officials at the SEC. And what they had to say about this, about drafts of the speech, the Billy Hinman free pass speech leading up to that date, and who knows what's in there. Don't be surprised if there's something stated in these internal communications having specifically to do with Ripple and or XRP. Don't be surprised. And so I don't know for sure if it will, but I'm just saying that happens. Don't be surprised, because the degree to which the SEC is appearing incredibly desperate, like, there's got to be a reason for it. Like, this is the most desperate act we've seen from the SEC in this case, in my humble opinion. And so, take a look at your screen if you can. I'm putting up something that Jeremy Hogan shared in his most recent video, and I tweeted this out, and I actually wrote the following. SEC lawyers now arguing that official declaration from a division of the SEC is different than a declaration from the SEC itself. As attorney Jeremy Hogan pointed out in his latest video, the division position is the SEC position. Take a look at the chart below showing SEC structure. And so what's highlighted here, and for those of you that aren't looking, I'll just describe this. At the top of this little chart, it says Securities and Exchange Commission. And then there are several divisions of this government agency, the SEC, listed right at the top. There's 4, including the Division of Corporate Finance. And then below that, it describes what each of these 4 divisions do. But these are the 4 divisions right at the top. So the SEC, again, this is the distinction they're making, that you can have, if there's an SEC employee, again, there can be a personal opinion, or 2, there can be an opinion just from one division within the SEC, or 3, there can be an official position from the SEC itself. So let me ask you here, because here's the 4 divisions at the top. This is the structure of the SEC. If right here, this one I'm circling, Division of Corporate Finance, which is the one that Bill Hinman was overseeing, if what they cite doesn't count as an official position of the SEC itself, then what the hell does? Do you have to have all 4 of these divisions state the same thing, simultaneously put out a document and then it's the official decree of the SEC? Well, no, that's completely absurd. And Jeremy Hogan did an even better job to paint just how ridiculous this is. He stated the following, and I tweeted about. So here's my tweet noting something that he said. I wrote, as attorney Hogan pointed out, if the finance department at Tesla offers 0% interest on its vehicles, that is the official position of Tesla. It's not just the official position of Tesla's finance department. And so that's a brilliant way to articulate just how absurd this is. Now on to something that John Deaton said. He was responding to a comment from XRP community member Stefan Huber, and Stefan wrote the following. Hey John Deaton and Jeremy Hogan, after the SEC admits it wasn't Hinman's personal opinion, did Hinman officially lie under oath with his signed affidavit? Or what does that look like? Is that an official offense, or would he have to be charged first? Thank you very much. And again, as I stated earlier in the video, Bill Hinman, he was grilled by Ripple's attorneys under oath, and he stated that the Ethereum free pass speech given on June 14th, 2018, it was just his personal opinion. So that's what he's talking about here regarding the signed affidavit. John Deaton responded and wrote the following. Because SEC staff must always provide the disclaimer that their remarks are not official statements of the SEC or the Commission, he will never be charged with anything related to his deposition testimony or his affidavit. So folks, yeah, he's probably going to get away with this, but there may be bigger implications of this. I've got, here, let me actually, for the sake of flow, maybe I want to cover, yeah, here we go. Let me point out this one. Here's another comment from attorney John Deaton. At the end of the day, this should all play right into Ripple's fair notice defense. I think it is very obvious that the speech has caused great confusion within the SEC itself. Therefore, it is clear the market was confused. And so think about that. I'll say this. As far as Ripple's fair notice defense, if the SEC itself is now stating that the Division of Corporation Finance, what they put out, that's the official position from that division, that is guidance. That is market guidance. How could that not help Ripple? Because I'll tell you what, if it's in market guidance, and clearly it is now based on what the SEC is saying, which we knew all along. Come on, let's be real here. We got brains. If that's the case, then XRP satisfies what was outlined by Bill HINMAN better than Ethereum does. XRP satisfies the conditions better for not being a security than Ethereum does. It's easily provable. We could go through and talk about every single thing that was outlined within the speech. One of which, off the top of my head, was that there was no ICO. There was no ICO for XRP. And Ripple, they didn't raise funds to build out XRP and the XRP ledger. They raised funds from venture capital firms, not selling, not specifically from XRP, in the earliest of days to get funding for the company. That's how they started. It's very different, folks, but it is what it is. And then there was also this from attorney John Deaton. Every time the SEC faces an issue it might lose, it gets someone to sign an affidavit. Ripple sought to depose HINMAN. He signed an affidavit stating the speech was only his opinion. The judge ordered emails discoverable. It got a sworn affidavit saying it was guidance. And he's got the little facepalm emoji right there. This is why it's so nice to, like, you know, now that some time has passed, it's always good to go back and get perspective from others in the community. Specifically, I'm always most curious to see what the attorneys have to say, because they're going to have perspectives that the rest of us people out here without legal backgrounds just wouldn't have. And then there was this. Somebody named Clay within the XRP community wrote to John Deaton and said, do you think they realized that violation after Twitter sleuths brought it to light, causing them to have to backtrack? And what they're referencing here is that Bill HINMAN, he did claim that, again, the speech was just his personal opinion, the Ethereum Free Pass speech. But what about the legal implications? Did he get sufficient legal counsel before signing a sworn affidavit making that claim? Because the concern, and I mentioned this actually briefly in my very last video, the reason this matters is if you're an official within the SEC, you can't use your public office for private gain. And it does seem that he received private gain. So I'm not going to make a claim that, like I said last video too, that what he did was illegal, but it looks like it don't pass the smell test. I'm very curious. I wouldn't be surprised if he did break the law. I don't know if anything's going to come of it, but I'd be curious. And so, again, Clay asked, do you think that violation after the Twitter sleuths brought it to light is causing them to have to backtrack? Is that why we're seeing a different tune from the SEC now? That's what Clay is asking. And John Deaton says, no, I don't think the SEC lawyers give an S word about HINMAN, to be honest. The SEC lawyers don't want to turn the documents over, and they will alter their positions or arguments as much as they need to in order to not turn over the evidence. Yup. It's not about intellectual honesty or anything of the sort, folks. Just whatever they can argue at any moment, if they think it will benefit them, they're going to throw that stupid argument at the wall and see if it sticks. That's pretty much it. Now take a look at this, and I get a kick out of this. There's a picture of SEC Supreme Leader and Dictator Kim Jong-gary on your screen right now. I'm sorry, I know it is offensive. I won't have it on the screen for that much longer. I'm sorry if it made any of your phones or tablets or crack, if they made the screens crack. I don't know. I know that there can be serious ramifications here. I tell you what, I'm recording this and I'm watching this face on a 27-inch monitor, so unless you're watching this on TV, I probably got it worse than you, okay? I'm just saying. But Stefan Huber shared this picture of Kim Jong-gary and wrote something funny. The SEC never charged Ripple. It was the SEC Division of Enforcement. You see what he did there, of course. Because again, there's a distinction here. Was it just a division of the SEC, or is it the SEC itself? Well, so in this case, of course, since it was just one division that sued Ripple, technically it was the Division of Enforcement. The SEC never sued Ripple by their logic, right? Isn't that how this works? Because reasons? Oh, yes. I got a kick out of that one, so I had to share. So again, sorry for the display of Kim Jong-gary on your screen right there. We'll get them off right there. Okay. Whew. All right, it's safe to look at your screens. I know some of you had turned away. It is safe to look at your screen again. There's a bunch of Spider-Men's on your screen right now. I love these Spider-Man memes. So there's a picture of 3 different Spider-Mans, if I can just call it that incorrectly. There's 3 Spider-Mans on your screen, and they're all pointing at one another. And this was shared by XRP Meme Guy. I love this. This guy shares some good stuff here. But he wrote, meanwhile, in a New York courtroom, and then it shows the 3 Spider-Mans pointing at one another. One of them is saying personal opinion. The other one is saying Department of Corporate Finance, and the other Spider-Man is saying SEC, which I just thought was pretty damn hilarious. They're all just pointing at one another. What a great meme. And then there was this from an XRP community member named Jimmy, and I laughed at this when I shared this on Twitter a bit earlier. And he wrote, "It's like this. But, Your Honor, I didn't punch him in the face. It was my fist."
I'm your guy. I will keep you posted. I'm your advocate. I'll be back on a daily basis, usually multiple times per day, with these videos to keep you updated with everything going on. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share any of my videos with your friends, family, social media, or anybody who may care to listen. Thanks so much for your continued support. I'm always here for you. I want to help you through this time. So thank you so much for continuing to choose me. Enjoy your day, stay safe, and I'll catch you again probably in a couple hours. Thanks, everybody. See you later.